Pride and Strife Personified.
I remembered a vision I had seen during a prayer meeting. The Lord was enthroned, and there were 4 spinning wheels at the 4 cardinal points: north, south, east, and west, each at equal distances from the throne. They were like inverted ceiling fans or propellers. It was very tempestuous all around him. Psalm 50 came to mind. I saw wind coming from the wheel by his right, in front of him, and the wind moved a lot of water in a small arc that got bigger the further it moved across the surface of the water body. Then something happened, and the arc was swallowed into the main body of water. It then came back up, much larger, like a very tall wave headed for a shore, which looked like Lagos Island. Towards the end of the prayers, I saw a solid, translucent amber dome that looked like it had thin red blood vessels streaking through it. I then found myself and some others inside the dome. I saw that parts of the dome were being sealed, and I saw that it was formed from a cellular pattern, so the cracked or damaged parts that were being sealed looked like they had been coated with many tiny new cells. Sometime later, I saw 2 giant black demons banging outside the dome. For context, the dome is as big as a large stadium. Both demons, huddling, covered nearly the entirety of the dome. I had the impression that they were Strife and Pride personified. Strife had 2 heads. One of them was like a wolf, and the other like a hyena. Pride had a round head, but I did not see the face. I had an impression the face was like a false mirror, deceptive. It seemed that the demons were complementary. They strengthened each other. Their aim was to crush the dome and bring it down on us. They were exerting pressure on it. They were very violent, and I had the impression they were specifically tagged church wreckers. It was so dark outside the dome, like nighttime in a city with few yellow lights. I saw many taps inside the dome, and some were not running yet because the wells, like boreholes maybe, had not been dug. But I understood that the taps would flow out and flood the city with living water, or something like the river of life. It was like we, inside the dome, could not really see outside the warm, bright area we occupied, and I would not have known what the demons were doing outside if I had not seen it. The dome was solid, and the cracks inside were very faint, but if the pressure was sustained and there was not continuous fortification, cells being regenerated, I felt we would be in some danger. I heard,
"Do not say, I am clean."
There was also something about crossing a desert without fellow soldiers to prove a point, which could result in slow death, like cancer. I saw myself amongst many people who were saying things that were not true about themselves. Then I saw myself alone in front of a melting pot of silver. Words were rising out of it, and the words were true about me. I saw myself amongst a large army of people and creatures like those in the Chronicles of Narnia. Our opponents were things like purple, lilac, dragons with yellow, cream, underbellies. I was aware that I had many wounds and a dislocation in my right hip. I felt unworthy and unprepared. I believe most of that suffering was self-inflicted somehow. But when I ran into the fight, I did not feel anything. I realized we could fly. I had an impression that a lot of grace will be imparted during the fight, as long as you are doing what is necessary for love's sake, because love covers a multitude of sins. To such as have no might, he increases strength. But you will never experience that if you look at yourself and conclude that there is no point trying. I had an impression that when you focus on yourself and you choose to believe a crippling report, you will not grow wings. 10th of January, 2020. Sister M. E. Gam watch.